Hey friend, it is Kate here. Thank you so much for joining me for a class today. Now, I have got a Pilates class just for you, and it is meant for beginners, but truly all levels can join in. Now, today's class, we are going to hit most of the body, and we will pay special mind to our core muscles, the front body muscles and the back body muscles, making sure we're nice and strong all through the center. Go ahead, roll out your mat. Let's get started. If you don't have time to join me for this class right at this moment, no big deal. Add it to your to-watch later list and you can jump on your mat with me anytime. All right, we will start in a nice, easy seated position. If this does not work well for you, the next couple of moments you could be, in a chair or seated in some other way, but otherwise, just find a comfortable position on your mat and sit up a little taller and straighter. If you want to, close your eyes to check in with your body and see how we're feeling today. Does it feel like you're kind of rocking to one side, leaning back? Do you notice, are your shoulders kind of climbing up to your ears? Can we just let a little bit of that go? Maybe shake it out, maybe wiggle. Give yourself a time to arrive on your mat. And when you're ready, you can start to think about the middle of your body. Let's gently cinch your waist like you have a belt on and it got a little bit tighter. It's not about making our bodies smaller, but wrapping our oblique muscles in from the sides, pulling the navel in a little deeper, and then trying to physically lift up and out of your waist. Envision that I'm holding your ears and I'm pulling your ears straight up to the sky. So we're never trying to crane our neck or lift our chin, but instead lifting through the back of the head. Take a nice big breath. Easy sigh out. Flutter the eyes open, pause, and let's just wake up the body with some gentle little shoulder circles. Now you could just circle the shoulders without much thought, but this is a Pilates class. It's about mindful movement. We want to lift our shoulders up as high as we can, take them as far back and as far down. And it's such a simple, easy movement that we can all do to be kind to our body, our chest. This can do good things for your posture when you're sitting at your desk, feeling a little stiff. Take it in the opposite direction. And then pause from here. I want you to reach your hands straight overhead. As you do so, rotate the pinkies towards one another and lift a little bit higher, like someone is physically pulling you up to the ceiling. Do you feel like you're splaying your ribs? Can you wrap them in as well as your oblique muscles? Can you sit a gentle bit taller and straighter? Take a big inhale. Exhale, flip the palms, push them down. Inhale, swim the hands high overhead. Again, a little rotation of the pinkies towards one another. Lift up to the sky. Exhale, push it down. Now, do you see, hopefully anyway, my muscles are working. My arms are active as I lift and lower my hands. I'm not just flopping them down. They're not soft. Instead, I physically reach up like I am reaching my arms through some peanut butter or quicksand, and I am pushing down like there is resistance. This next time, take both hands overhead and pause. Take a full big inhale. Clasp the hands together, push your elbows wide. Now I almost push my head into my hands into my head. Take a big inhale and a little twist to the right. Inhale, look forward. A little twist to the left. Inhale, look forward, pause. Reach your hands up and away once more. Drop your right hand down. Before we go anywhere, actively lift your left hand a little bit higher. Start to crawl your fingers away and pause. Now, oftentimes I see people start to lift their shoulder up or to kind of curl down. I want you to stack the shoulders one on top of the other and make space from your ear to your shoulder. Envision someone lightly pushing down on your left thigh, your left hip, so you can actively reach longer through your left hand. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, cinch your waist, push yourself all the way up. Use your oblique muscles to help bring yourself back upright. Inhale, both hands lift high. Take them behind your head again. Open your elbows nice and wide. Big breath. Twist to the left. Inhale, look forward. Twist to the right. look forward, reach both hands up nice and high. Again, stretch, reach, grow, and then drop the left hand down. Reach longer through the right side, crawl the left fingertips away, and pause. Did it feel like your right hip lifted away from the ground? If you kind of rolled that hip off, just soften it down and think about fanning open your right ribs, opening a little bit more through that side body. Is your shoulder down the back? Can you stretch a little bit deeper, making your body kind of like a little rainbow sort of shape? Take a big inhale. As you exhale, cinch the waist, pull the navel to spine, and pause. Now again, we're going to take our hands high, drop the right hand down just like we did before. Lift up, crawl away, and find your side body stretch. This is where it's going to be a little bit different. From here, I want you to take a big inhale. As you exhale, look at your right knee and reach your right hand far away from you. Do you see my hand is not on the mat? It's out and away. I'm lightly looking at my belly or at my kneecap, and I'm pulling my belly button in, round to the back of the body. If your hand is closer to your body than mine is, that's okay. If it's further away, that's great too. Almost push your left hip, your left sitting bone, kind of further back behind you so we get a nice big back body stretch. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, tuck your chin to chest a little more, roll yourself up to a seat. Let your head be the last thing to come up, and then turn to face forward. Big inhale, both hands lift high. Exhale, drop the left hand down, reach the right hand higher. Begin to find your lateral body stretch. Shoulder down the back, navel to spine, open up through your right side. And then same thing from other side. I'm going to look at my left knee and reach my right hand nice and far away. I pull the belly button in, I kind of tuck my chin to my chest, and I push back. You can use your hands to physically push your hips a little further back, or envision someone kind of pulling your right hip further back behind you. Take a big inhale. When you're ready, tuck your chin into your chest, roll yourself up to a seat, and turn to look forward. Again, both hands lift nice and high. Exhale, right hand down, left hand high. Find your lateral stretch. Take your little twist, reach your left hand down, look at your right kneecap. Now, if we want to go a little bit bigger, if we maybe want to feel this a little deeper, I'm now going to take my left hand to my right knee and push away a little bit more. Do you see I just leaned back a little bit, and I'm kind of hugging my left arm into my right and leaning back a little bit. And I get a nice big stretch along my left lower kind of back and underneath the shoulder a little bit. Take a big inhale, forward fold, and then roll yourself up to a seat. Both hands lift nice and high. Exhale, flip, drop, reach, and then a great big stretch. Hold there for a moment or two if it feels nice. Start to take your twist, bringing your right hand down. Look at your little left kneecap. And then again, maybe we stay here and just enjoy this side forward fold, or you can start to grab your knee with your right hand and kind of lean back. You could even hug both the hands on there or keep your other one away. But I'm kind of pulling away from my left leg. At the same time, I'm pushing my left leg down and really sending my back body far away from me, as far behind me as I can. Take a big inhale. Exhale, forward fold over the leg. Roll yourself up, turn to face forward, and I'm going to turn to the side, and we'll extend our legs out in front of us. Now, they can be about as wide as the mat, so a little bit wider than your hips, not a great big straddle at all, but sit up taller, sit up straighter, and pull your belly button up and in. Take your hands nice and high. Of course, know that you could have a bend in your knee. There is nothing wrong with that. Exhale, flip the palms, push them down. Just like in our easy pose, when we reach our hands up and down, it's active. I am using all of my arm muscles to lift me up and down. One more time, take both hands up nice and high, pause. Clasp the hands to behind your head, push the elbows wide, sit up a little bit higher. Pretend like someone is holding underneath your armpits and they're trying to pick you up away from the ground. Take a big inhale. Little twist right. Inhale, look forward. Little twist left. Inhale, look forward. Release the hands. We're going to lean back and walk our knees in, and I just want you to windshield wiper your knees side to side, kind of waking up the hips. That can be as big, small, fast, slow as you like. Your fingers do not have to point towards your body like mine are. They could go the opposite direction. This just feels best in my own wrists. Now, in fact, this next time, I want you to sway over to the right, pause, and kind of cross your left leg over and then swing it back. Go to the other side. We'll cross our right leg over, swing it back. We're just waking up the hips. This is not about a perfect position or a perfect pose. Just want you to get a little movement going on down there, back and forth. Let's just do one more to each side. Little drop, sway, bring it back. Last one, little drop, sway, bring it back. Excellent. Go ahead, set your feet on the floor in front of you. Sit up tall and straight. Hands behind the thighs. Gently push down into your feet. Almost pull your chest forward, but at the same time, lift your head higher. We're nice and active here. You can almost envision that there's a ball or a block between your inner thighs that you're constantly trying to hug. That's just so our knees don't separate. We're not going for external rotation. We're staying parallel at the moment. Shoulders back, head high. Take a nice big deep inhale. As you exhale, let's tip into our Pilates C curve. Remember, that just means to tip off of your sitting bones to rock your body back. So we make this lovely little curved position. We are not in a flat back. Do you see that? There's a difference between here and here. I have a rounded sort of spine. It's like I'm leaning into a curved chair behind me. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, roll yourself up. When your shoulders come above your hips, sit tall and straight again. Tip the hips, rock back, pause, take a big inhale. Exhale, roll yourself all the way up. Again, tip the hips back, rock, pause. Exhale, roll yourself up. A few more times just like that, waking up the body. Notice if you're allowing your knees to fall away from each other. Can you keep hugging that imaginary ball between your inner thighs? This time, roll up and pause. Now from here, I want you to take your right hand over to your left leg. And we're going to lean towards the right, just like we did. You can kind of tip your chin into your chest, and then we'll roll up. Sit up tall, sit up straight. So we're in kind of a twisted Pilates C curve. I tip back on my hips. I reach back through my right side body. Exhale, roll myself up. Inhale, tip back, kind of lean, hold, roll yourself right back up. Let's do 2 more on this side. Now, even though this is gentle and soft, we can start to incorporate some of our deep abdominal work here. That exhale when we roll up, it's like a little punch to the gut. All of those muscles kind of contract and help roll us up. Let's do it on the other side. Right hand over, left hand, and then same thing. Tip off the sitting bones, lean back, pause, roll yourself all the way up. Tip off, rock back, pause, exhale. It's that punch to the gut right here to bring yourself right back up. Roll back, pause, exhale all the way up. Beautiful job. 2 more. Last one. Roll up, pause, look forward. Both hands can stay behind the thighs, or if we want to challenge ourselves, we can take our hands away. Always bring them back if you need to. Gently stomp into your feet, lift a little higher, knit the ribs together, big inhale. Big breath out. Inhale, lean back, hold. Find your Pilates C curve. If this is too much, take a hand behind your thigh. If we can, gently push into your feet. Inhale, slide your hands open. Exhale, pull them back together. Inhale, slide the hands open. Exhale, pull them back together. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Every time I close and I pull my thumbs back towards one another, I cinch my waist. I use those big, deep tummy muscles to pull me back. Last time, open. Exhale, close, pause. Take a breath. Roll yourself all the way up. Big inhale. Exhale, cinch the waist. Turn on your tummy muscles. Lean back, hold. Now pretend like there's a table right here. Push down into your imaginary table. Knit the ribs together. Gently press into your feet. Take an inhale and a little twist to the right. My hands stayed at the same level. I'm looking past my hands. Take a big inhale. Exhale, pull yourself back to center. Inhale, twist to the left. Take a breath. Exhale, bring yourself back to center. Just slide across your imaginary table or countertop, keeping your arms nice and active. Inhale to twist. Exhale, cinch the waist, return. Inhale to twist. Exhale, cinch the waist, return. One more set to each side. No hurry, no rush. Inhale, twist. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, twist. Exhale, bring it back. Pause. Take a big breath. Roll yourself up. If we need to, lean back and take a little windshield wiper side to side, giving our hips a moment. In fact, let's stomp our feet into the floor. Take a big breath, and as you exhale, I want you to push into your feet and hands and just lift your hips up, pushing your pubic bone to the sky. Inhale, set the hips down. Exhale, push down, lift up. Set the hips down. Again, push down to lift up. Last one. And if your hips do not lift as high as mine do, it's okay. They could stop right here, and that would be wonderful. If you can lift up so your hips are even with your knees and shoulders, that's awesome too. Take a breath. Set the hips down, pause. Open up your feet once again to that nice little Dandasana pose, a nice, easy, wide leg space. Take both hands nice and high. Clasp the hands behind the head, open the elbows wide. Push your head into your hands into your head, lift up higher. Take a breath. Twist to the right. Inhale, look forward. Twist to the left. Look forward. Let that go. Stomp your feet back into the floor. And once again, if we have the range of motion, we are going to take our hands away. If it's too much, keep them right there. But from here, we'll already twist to the left. We'll catch our thighs, and then we're going to lean back. Find that little twisted Pilates C curve. Now, instead of coming up the way we did before, I'm going to release my hands, reach them up and over to the other side. Take a big breath, and exhale, curl up here. Now keep the hands in place. Lean back. Release the hands, take them up and over. Grab the thighs, exhale, curl up. Beautiful. Lean back, pause, release, up and over. Exhale, use your tummy muscles, curl all the way up. Lean back, release the hands, up and over. Exhale, curl up. Take this as fast as slow, as big or small. If you need to, take a pause. It's always okay, my friends. You don't have to look exactly like me. But notice if you're letting your knees separate or if they're staying even. Can you cinch the waist a little bit more as we roll up? Can you lean back and part that space between your rib cage behind you? Last set to each side. Last one. And then roll yourself all the way back up center. Take the hands out and away, push down into an imaginary table, lean back and pause. Cinch the waist. Take a big breath. As you exhale, pick up your right leg. Set the right leg down. Pick up the left leg. Set it down. Each time I pick up my leg, I think about the whole thigh coming closer to my chest and the whole thigh stomping down. I also still pretend like there's that table underneath both my hands. I'm keeping my arms active. I push down into my imaginary table. I lift my leg. I drop. Exhale, I push down, lift my leg, and drop. Beautiful job, friends. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Beautiful. 2 more to each side. Cinch the waist, lift. Lower down. Last set. Last one. Both feet down. Roll yourself up. Take your hands behind you, lean back, little windshield wiper side to side. If it feels nice to pause and to kind of stretch a little deeper on that side, you do you. Set both feet back onto the ground, hands behind you. And again, if it feels better to take your fingertips in a different direction, you can. But otherwise, take a big breath. Push down, lift up, reverse tabletop. Set the hips down. As you lift up, not only think about using your tummy muscles, but also squeeze your thigh-butt connection point. If you've taken class with me before, you know I call it the thut, the thigh-butt. Squeeze your little thut, trim your waist, lower down. 2 more just like that. Exhale, lift up, lower down. Last one, lift up, pause, take a great big breath. Set your hips down, open your legs about as wide as the mat. Take both hands high, a little bit different this time. Rotate the pinkies together, lift up and away, big inhale. Twist to the right, right hand back, left hand forward. Hold there and stretch your fingers further away from each other. At the same time, pull the tips of your shoulder blades together. Take a big inhale, maybe wring out your spine a little bit more, looking back behind you if that's too much. If your twist is a little more shallow than mine, it's okay. When you're ready, unravel. Same thing, other side. Big twist in the opposite direction. I am reaching from finger to finger, but at the same time drawing my ribs in, drawing my tummy muscles in, pulling the tips of my shoulder blades together, and then maybe taking it just a little deeper by looking back behind me. Unravel, both hands lift high, flip the palms, push them down. One more time, plant your feet on the floor. Now, once more, we're going to take both hands to our left side to begin and tip back. Now, a little bit different. From here, holding our little twisted Pilates C-curve, pull the navel to spine. Draw the ribs in. Think about reaching your sacrum, that big bony plate at the base of your spine, a hint closer to the ground. Take a full inhale. Exhale, pick up your right leg. Set it down. Exhale, pick up your right leg. Set it down. Exhale, pick it up. Lower down. 2 more, pick it up. Lower down. Last one, lift. Drop it down, pause. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, catch the other side. Hold there for a moment, cinch the waist. Make sure we're not craning our neck. Maybe tuck the chin in a little bit more so you really can experience that beautiful Pilates C-curve. Take a big inhale. Cinch the waist, pick up your left leg. Drop it down. Exhale, cinch, lift. Lower down. 3 more, lift. And lower. 2 more, lift. And lower. Last one up. Bring it down, pause. Reach your hands up, reach them over. Hold there for a moment. Big inhale, big breath out. Reach them up and over, pause, big inhale, big breath out. Bring them back to center, roll yourself up. Keep your hands in place, press down into your imaginary table, tip off your pubic bone or off your sitting bones and rock back. Again, I'm reaching my sacrum towards the ground behind me. You can almost think about pulling your pubic bone up towards your belly button. And this time, if we can, pretend like the table's right there, push down on your table. Let's take a little twist to the left. So a little twist to the left. Now, if we can here, all I want us to do is take a big deep inhale. And as you exhale, cinch the waist, turn on those tummy muscles even more. Inhale, rock a little further back behind you. And then 5 times I want you to exhale, teeny lift up, teeny drop down. Exhale, slide the hands across your imaginary table, drop right back down. Are you letting your knees fall over to the right or the left? Keep them in place. Exhale, cinch, lift. Inhale, lower. 2 more, cinch, lift. And lower. Last one, little lift. Bring it down, pause. Big inhale. Exhale, return center. Hold. Knit the ribs. Reach longer. Relax the head and face. Smile if it's getting hard. Take your hands in the opposite direction. If you did the other side, no big deal. We'll always do both sides, friends. And then same thing. Start by rocking back to the left just a tiny bit more. And then exhale, tiny curl, tiny lower. Stomp into the feet, tiny curl, tiny lower. 3 more, up and down. 2 more, up and down. Last one, up. Drop down, pause. reach forward, roll yourself up, lean back, take the feet as wide or narrow as you like, windshield wiper, side to side. Stomp the feet into the floor, big inhale, exhale, push up, reverse tabletop. Inhale, drop the hips down. Knit the ribs together, squeeze your thigh, lift, lower down. 2 more at your own pace. And if it's too much to do this, it's okay. You could always pause, you could stop. There's nothing wrong with that at all. This time, lift and hold. Squeeze your thigh, broaden across your chest. Take a big, deep breath. Lower the hips to the ground. Once more, open your feet to about the distance of your mat. If there's a soft bend in your knee, of course, that's okay. Both hands reach nice and high. Rotate the pinkies towards one another, lift up and away. Now, a little different, take your twist like we've already done before, and without moving our left leg, it's easy to kind of jet that little leg forward. I want you to reach your left hand towards the right toes. Pretend like there's a great big beach ball sitting right here. You'll take a big inhale and you're going to reach for the toes but drape over the beach ball. So we're opening up our backside body. Take a big deep inhale and 3 times kind of pulse or reach a little deeper towards your right pinky toe. On the exhale, we go down. 3, 2, 1, pause. Navel to spine, grow longer. Big inhale, exhale out. 3, 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2, 1. Unravel, both hands lift high. Take your twist in the opposite direction. Again, reach for the pinky toe. If you cannot actually reach for your pinky toe, that's okay. Take it in your own shape. Once more, it's like this beach ball is right here. And I say that because it's not about shoving our chest close. I could take my whole body down to the leg. Instead, it's opening up through our backside body, just like that Pilates C curve. We round. I drape over my imaginary little beach ball there, and then I take those pulses. 3, 2, 1, pause. Navel to spine. Keep your right leg still. Pulse. 3, 2, 1, pause. Belly button in. Spread a little longer. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Both hands lift high. Flip the palms. Press it down. Beautiful job. Let's lay on our back. Go ahead. Arrive on your mat. Now that we are on our back, let's take a moment and pay attention to our lumbar spine. Most of us do have a natural curve there, or everyone really has a natural curve there. We want to eliminate that for our Pilates imprinted spine. That just means to push the small back down into the mat. I find it helpful to gently push down through both of my heels, making sure my legs are engaged, they're turned on. I'm not gripping through the front of my quads, but they're active. That also helps me to feel the low back touch the mat, and it always feels so nice to me once I have imprinted my spine to take a lovely stretch. I press into my feet, my hips, and then I grow long through the sides of my body, wiggling the fingertips. Take your hands down by your sides, and we're going to open them further away. They're not quite at my hips, they're off the mat. That helps to open up my chest. Shoulders broad, chest is lovely and open without splaying the ribs. Wrap those little bad boys in there. And now from here, stomp into your left foot and pick up the right leg. Now from here, I want you to take your right hand to your right thigh. Flex your right foot. Push your leg into your hand and push your hand back into your leg. Do you feel all of that engagement? Every time you arrive back here, this is the feeling I want. I want all of that working so hard. Hopefully we also feel the tummy muscles kicking on too. Wrap the tummy in, pull the navel down, and then from here, all we're going to do is point our toe, and now reach your toe down. Do you see my thigh just moved away from my hand? Exhale, pull it back up. Sometimes I see people just bend and straighten their knee or kind of like barely move their thigh. We're trying to reach our thigh nice and far away from our hand. Exhale, pull it back up. Drop the toe down and away. Exhale, pull it up. If you don't want a pointed toe, you could just have a soft foot or a flexed foot if you're cramping up through there. That's less important to me. What's more important is the feeling of reaching our thigh away from our body and then pulling it back up using our tummy muscles. Inhale away. Exhale, punch to the gut, lift. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, cinch the waist, lift. 3 more down. Exhale up. 2 more down. Exhale up. Last one. Lift, pause. Set your hand on the ground. Reach your foot up to the sky. If there's a bend in the knee, it's okay. If your leg's a little lower, that's great too. Wherever you are though, flex the foot, point the toe. Flex the foot, point the toe. Feel the stretch to the back of the leg as you flex. Reach longer as you point. Flex, get that stretch, elongate, point. Last one. Now let's flex and hold. Heel up, tummy in, hips are heavy. And from here, we're slowly going to drop our leg down to about the height of our opposite thigh. Exhale, pull it back up. Inhale, drop the leg about to that 45-degree angle. Exhale, lift it up. Now, the rest of our body should be just as active. It's helping to hold us in place so we can focus on exclusively moving through our right leg. You can gently push into your left foot. You can gently push into the floor with your palms, the backs of your shoulders. And of course, we're always thinking about wrapping the abdominal muscles in, pulling the navel down. Beautiful job. 2 more. Down and up. Last one, down. Lift, pause. Now from here, point your toe, reach the foot a little further away, and then set the leg on the ground. When you're ready, pick up your left leg. Give your hand a little kind of kick back with the foot and push your hand into your leg. And you can flex or point. I feel like I like that flexed feeling initially. That just feels nice in my body. But notice, did anything move? Did you start to crawl the shoulders up to the ears? Can we soften down the back? Maybe shake the head, wiggle it out. And then as we're ready, you can point the toe and then drop the toe down to the ground. Exhale, pull it up. Inhale, drop the toe down to the ground. Exhale, pull it up. Each time that we lift that leg, it's that wrapping feeling. You could almost imagine that there's a big weight sitting on your belly, encouraging those muscles just to kind of grow deeper towards the midline. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. 2 more, down and up. Down and up. Hold. Reach the hand down to the ground. Extend the leg to the sky. A couple of times we'll flex and point. Remember, you do not have to look like me, friends. It's not about matching me. Our Pilates class and exercise is really about mindful movement. It's moving in a way that we feel strong, we feel confident, we feel in control. So make adjustments for yourself. Know that I approve of all of your modifications when we know we need something else for our body. This time, flex the foot, hold. Wrap the ribs in, soften the shoulders down the back. Drop the leg to about the height of your opposite thigh. Exhale, pick it up. Inhale, down. Exhale, cinch and lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Just like we talked about on the other side, even though my left leg is moving, the rest of my body is still active. Pilates is all about making sure that we are moving one body part while the rest is usually nice and still. And to be so still, we need those muscles working too. I'm pushing into my right foot. I'm kind of poking my right knee up to the sky and making sure that whole right leg is working. I am especially thinking about wrapping the abdominal muscles in, holding my low back connected to the ground the entire time. Last one, down. Lift, pause. Set the foot on the floor. Pick up your right leg again. Now, toe could be pointed, flexed, or soft. And this might be a little bit funny for some of us, but that's okay. We are just going to open and close our right leg over to the right and back to center. You can kind of think of it as like a little book opening and close. I'm going to let my knee fall over to the side. Exhale, pull it back. Let my knee fall over to the side. Exhale, pull it back. Now you might take your left hand to your left hip to make sure that left hip is not reaching off the floor. You also want to focus on keeping our right knee pointing up to the sky, just like we did a little bit ago, or with our legs in that last exercise. Open. Exhale, use your inner thigh and left oblique close. When I close, I really think about this left side tummy, wrapping it a little bit deeper. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Last one. Close, pause. Extend the leg to the sky, give the foot a flex, and reach the heel up. Feel your spine imprint, press deeply into the ground with your left leg, and now slide the right leg open. Exhale, cinch the waist, bring it back. Slide the right leg open. Exhale, bring it back, just like we did when our knee was bent. We want our hip to remain connected to the ground. We want our shoulders as well to be lovely and broad, no tension creeping up to our jaw or our neck. If that happens, wiggle it out, shake, smile, make a ridiculous face. Do something to take that tension out of your face, out of your neck and chest, and bring it down to our tummy, to our inner thigh. Last one, open, close, pause. Set the right foot down. Pick up the left leg, toe can be pointed, flex soft, your call, right hand to right hip. Before we go anywhere, tummy in, chest open, nose points up to the sky like you were Pinocchio. Don't worry about looking at me. You know what we're gonna do on this side. Slide your knee open like a little book. Exhale, close. Something that can be helpful to think about is like a little string attached to your inner thigh, pulling the thigh back. Inhale, open. Exhale, my inner thigh pulls back. Inhale, open. Exhale, my right oblique, that right side tummy really holds me in place as I am moving. Inhale, open. Exhale, engage those big deep tummy muscles. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. 2 more. Last one. Close, pause. Extend the leg to the sky, give it a flex. You know, I didn't say it on the first side, but just so we all know, if it ends up being too much to have our leg open or our leg long as we do our open close, you could go back to our nice 90-degree angle bend. There's nothing wrong with taking a step back. But just like when our knee was bent, our hips should be still. And you might have more or less range of motion than I do as I open and close my leg if your leg moves a little bit bigger than mine, and you can do that in a controlled way where our knee on the right side doesn't move, our hip doesn't lift. That's awesome. Yours might be smaller than me, either because you have a more limited range of motion than I do, or because we're just not strong enough to really let our leg fall over to the side without lifting our hip. That's okay. It's all about, again, like I said, feeling confident and strong in each pose that we do. Use that exhale, pull the leg back. Inhale, slide it open. Exhale, cinch, pull it back. 2 more, open. Exhale, close. Last one, open. Exhale, close, pause. Set the foot on the floor. Wiggle anything out we want to. Maybe stretch your hands overhead. Really feel your spine imprint. Take a big breath. Hands down to the sides. Shoulders open. Pick up your right leg. Pick up your left leg. Now, friends, if it's too much to lift both legs, we can just do one at a time. But with both legs lifted, toes pointed, flex soft, your call, take both hands to your thighs. Actively push your thighs into your hands. Push your hands into your thighs. Pull the navel to spine. Are you arching your back at all? Can we eliminate that? If that means you need to bring your knees closer to your chest, that's fine. Ideally, our knees are going to be over the hips, but if they're a little closer so we can maintain our imprinted spine, that is a-okay. And again, make those modifications for yourself. Now, just like we did before, we're going to tap our toes to the ground. If it is too much to have our hands up and we need the support of our hands on the ground, you take it. But otherwise, point your toes, push the thighs into the hands into the thighs, right toe down, exhale, lift. Left toe down, exhale, lift. Now, your toe does not actually have to touch the ground. That's less important to me, especially because when we have both of our legs up, it is much harder to keep our spine imprinted. It's very easy for us to kind of dome or cone our tummy. It's kind of that feeling of trying to stick your belly button up to the sky. That does not feel good in my body. I'm not even going to pretend to do it to demonstrate. But right here, it's pretty easy to let that tummy kind of pooch out. We want that opposite feeling. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Go ahead, do one more set side to side. Right toe down, pull it up. Left toe down, Pull it up, pause. Extend both legs to the sky. Again, if it's too much for both, just do one at a time. Do take the hands down to the ground. Broaden across the chest, flex the feet. Reach the heels up, pull the navel in. You can pretend like we're sitting on our mat again. We've already been here in this shape today. And then from here, drop your right foot down to our 45-degree angle. Exhale, pull it up. Drop the left foot down. Exhale, pull it up. Now, I could take my legs lower than this, but we're not going for the biggest shape right now. I'm going just so far that I start to feel those tummy muscles kick in and I can feel strong. Can we keep the feet flexed and our legs parallel? So toes are pointing up kind of towards your face the entire time. Have you lost any engagement through your legs? Turn on all the leg muscles. Reach the heel further away. Feel your low back connect to the ground. Beautiful job, friends. One more set side to side. Last one. Bring both feet back together. Pause. Set them on the ground. Now, from here, shoulders down the back. Open up across the chest. Inhale, lift up into a little bridge pose. Hold. Take a moment there to really think about lifting up both of your hips. It's like I'm pushing my pubic bone up a little higher. Of course, squeezing my thigh butt connection point so hard I could hold a pencil right there. Is there space between chin and chest? Point your nose to the sky like you're Pinocchio. Take a big inhale. Lower all the way down to the ground. Now from here, my friends, I want you to pick up your right leg again. This is going to be a little bit funny. We're going to make a circle with our knee. And by that I mean we'll open our knee off to the side like we've already done. We'll reach our toe down to the ground like we've already done, and then we're going to pick it back up the center. Start to take those circles in that fashion. Now notice, are you moving your opposite leg, your opposite knee or hip? Can we take our left hand to our hip so we don't feel that actually happen? We want to keep it as still as possible. And your circle might be, it's more of like a D shape than a true circle or a half circle, because we open, we circle down and around, and then we go straight up the center. And it's less important to me if your toe actually touches the ground. We're just going for some hip mobility as well as stability through the middle of our body. Like I said before, a lot of this action is my opposite oblique kind of holding me in place. My left side tummy is doing so much work. Let's go one more in this direction. And then let's reverse. So we're going to drop the toe down, open it out and around. Exhale, pull it center. Inhale, open down and around. Exhale, cinch the waist, pull it center. Inhale, down and around. Exhale, pull it center. 3 more. 2 more. Cinch the waist, return. Last one. Hold there, pause. Take a great big breath. Big sigh out. You can stay right there and we can repeat again, or we might take our foot up to the sky. Now, toe can be pointed, flexed, or soft. We've done flex already, but maybe try pointed. And we're going to take those circles. They're going to be a little smaller. There's nothing wrong with that, but reach the foot down. Bring it down in line with your opposite thigh. Exhale, pull it back up the center. If your circle is even smaller than this, that's a-okay. Especially as you drive the leg right back up the center, stomp here through your left foot. Use that left leg to help lift. Exhale, belly button in, reach it right back up. Inhale, open. Exhale as you pull it right back up. Beautiful job, my friends. Now, your leg should not be floppy. Envision that someone is holding your ankle and physically pulling your ankle as far away as you possibly can while you resist that feeling through the hip. It's like that right hip is being pushed down to the ground a little bit more. Last one in this direction, and now reverse. Drop it down. Open it off to the side. Exhale, pull it center. Drop it down. Open it off to the side. Exhale, pull it up center. Down. Open, reach. If there's cramping through the front of your quad or into the hip a little bit, you can always relax and take a moment. Really, though, that probably means we are recruiting that muscle a little bit more than is necessary. Think about your abdominal muscles more. Envision someone is physically pulling your ankle away. So we keep the leg long, we keep all the muscles working. One more in this direction. Down, around, come back center, set the foot on the floor, pick up your left leg. Now remember, at first we're gonna have that knee bent. Take your right hand to right hip, and then we'll open. We'll touch our toe down to the ground. We'll exhale, pull it straight back up center. Open, down and around. Exhale up center. Now this could look and feel like we're not doing much if we're not actually turning on our tummy muscles. But like we always think of, it's like a big punch to the gut right here. All of those muscles contract, they work, they help to pull my knee back up to that starting place. Open, down and around, pull it up center. Stomp into your right foot, making sure your knee isn't wiggle wobbling. We want to keep it as still as possible, my friends. There is no hurry, no rush. You're doing fabulous. Open, down and around, exhale up center. Last one in this direction. Pull it up center, pause. And now, down, open, exhale, close. Down, open, exhale, close. Is there tension creeping up into your chest? Can you smile? You're doing such good things. I am so proud of you. You could also glare at me, that's okay. Whatever helps keep the tension out of your face, my friend. Down, around, exhale up. Down, around, exhale up. Last one. Hold right there. Extend the leg to the sky. Push down into your right foot, wrap the tummy in, soften across the chest. Start by reaching the leg to the left, dropping it down to your opposite thigh height and pick it up. Open, down and around. Exhale, pick it up. As we take those little half circles, keep reaching your foot further away. Again, if your toe is not pointed, that's totally fine. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. You could flex, you could have it floppy. Oftentimes, if I start to cramp up through the front of my quad, for me, I know that really means I'm not turning on the back of my legs quite enough, and flexing the foot can help. That usually recruits my hamstrings a wee bit more. Inhale, open, down and around. Exhale, pull it up. Inhale, open, down and around. Exhale, pick it up. 2 more. Last one in this direction. Reverse, drop, open, pull it back up. Now we might notice that one direction feels more natural or a little easier. I never like to say we have a good side and a bad side, or a good direction and a bad direction. We have a good side and a side of opportunity. One side just has more room to grow. There's nothing wrong with that. Down, open off to the side, exhale, pull it up. Take that toe as far away from you as you possibly can. Can you soften through the neck and face? Can you point your nose up to the sky? Beautiful job, my friends. Last one. And pause. Take a big breath. Set the foot on the floor. Take a little sway side to side. No hurry, no rush. Now, one last little thing here, and we're not going to do too many of them. Totally fine if we need to take a pause or just repeat the little half circles we did, but otherwise, imprint the spine, shoulders open, pick up your right leg, pick up your left leg. Try and seal the inner thighs together. If there's a little space, not the end of the world. You could put a block or a towel, something to really bring them closer towards one another. Listen carefully. My hips will lift off the floor. My shoulders will not. Take an inhale and twist to the right. Pause right there. Your left hip should have lifted, but your shoulder should not. Take a big breath. Exhale, cinch the waist, bring it back. Take it over to the left. Pause. Big inhale. Exhale, cinch the waist, bring it back. Inhale over. Big inhale. Exhale, tone, pull it back. Inhale over. Big inhale. Exhale, pull it back. If we want to go deeper, we have the opportunity. We don't have to. This time, reach both legs over. reach both legs down and around. Exhale, pull it up the center. Beautiful. To the left. Perhaps go down and around. Exhale, pull it up center. This is a big one, my friends. If it is just too much, we don't have to. Do you also notice I'm not actually taking my toes as low as I possibly could? I could reach them down to the ground, but that might mean that I arch my back, and I want to minimize any sort of arching. I am keeping my spine imprinted. The minute that I reach my toes away and my hips come back, that spine is imprinted and I'm pulling my knees up. Beautiful job. One more to each side. Last one. Hold. Set your feet on the floor. Take a little windshield wiper like we've been doing all day. And then heel toe the feet so they're in line with the hips. Lift up, find your bridge. Hold. Cinch the waist. Pubic bone higher. Squeeze your thuds. Space between chin and chest. Take a great big full inhale. Lower all the way down to the ground. We're going to come to a side lying position. Let's lie on our side. Now I'm going to come to my right side first, and we are going to be lifted. I'm not going to completely lay down. Now, one thing that is important, I want our heels, hips, toes, heels, hips, and shoulders all in one line. It is easy to let that shoulder creep up. You are going to resist that feeling. Push down through the whole of your forearm and lift up. Now, I have a fist right here, and that's what feels good on my body right now. You could make a palm and push the whole palm down. Whatever feels best is perfectly fine. Either way, though, wrap the ribs in. Pretend you've got a belt on and it got a little tighter. Broaden across the chest. Our hand can stay on our hip, or we can reach it up to the sky. But from here, all I want us to do is take a big deep inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to take a big twist and reach for your opposite hip. Inhale, unravel and open. Exhale, twist, reach for your opposite hip. Inhale, unravel and open. Two more twists. Let it go. Last one, twist. Let it go. Hold. Reach up a little bit higher. Did your shoulder climb up? Can you press down? And now from here, this might be a little bit challenging for some of us. It's okay if it is, but I want us to press down not only into our forearm, but the bottom portion of our legs, and try and lift the hips off the ground and touch them back to the ground. Cinch your waist, lift up, touch down to the ground. If we want to keep our hand on our hip, that's absolutely okay. Now, this modified side plank is a challenging one. You don't have to do all of them. No big deal. Beautiful. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale, cinch the waist, lift. Inhale down. This time, lift and hold if we can. We're going to do that same little twist that we did before. Think about your obliques helping to wrap, to twist, to reach for your hip, and lift it up to the sky. Exhale, twist. Lift it up to the sky. If it is too much to stay lifted on your forearm, you set your hips down and repeat the very first one that we did. Nothing wrong with that at all. Exhale, twist. And relax. Last one, twist. Open up, pause, take a big breath, set your hips down, hold. Push down into your forearm like we've done, pull the navel to spine, take your hand to your hip. Now this is a little bit funky. I want us to take a big inhale, and as you exhale, try and lift your toes up behind you. Now do you see I actually kind of pulled my left hip closer towards the ground. I did in fact twist. This is a nice oblique workout as well. I feel it through those deep tummy muscles, and I really think about my oblique helping to pull the hip up, drop it down. Exhale, cinch the waist, lift and lower. Exhale, cinch the waist, lift and lower. Two more up and down. Last one, can you lift, hold. Press down into your forearm, pull the navel in, broaden across the chest. If it's enough just to hold here, that's okay. If we can take it a little bit bigger, all I want you to do is try and pick up your knee and bring it down. Exhale, cinch the waist, pick up the knee, drop it down. Two more, exhale up, inhale down. Last one, exhale up, pause. Take a great big full breath. Set the knee down, set the feet down, swim to your other side. Find that lovely little side lying position, and like we said on the first side, heels, hips, shoulders in line with one another. Pull the navel in. If you had your belt on and I came and looped my finger underneath, it'd be that feeling of me pulling up. That tummy is lifting up and in, opening up across our body. Hand can stay here, or we can reach it up to the sky. Just like we began on the other side, we'll start with a little stretch up, a great big inhale. Exhale, twist, reach your hand down. Inhale, unravel. Exhale, twist, cinch the waist. Inhale, unravel. Now, as we take that twist, I'm really kind of pulling the navel in as much as possible. And I imagine I'm wringing out the spine. My low body stays in place. My upper body is the part that's really moving. And those tummy muscles are helping to take that action. Beautiful job, my friend. 2 more. Last one. Reach up, pause. Now here comes that fun modified side plank. If it's too much, you take a pause, but otherwise press down into your forearm, press down into the shin on your supporting side. For me, that's my left. If it's the opposite for you, that's okay. Exhale, pick up the hips. Drop them down. Exhale, pick up the hips. Drop them down. Now, as I pick it up, I imagine a little string pulling the hips up. At the same time, I'm lightly pushing my pubic bone forward. So it's almost like I'm trying to flatten out the hips to minimize that crease that would happen right there. 2 more. Exhale up. Inhale down. Now this time, can we lift and stay? If it's too much, you could set yourself down between each twist. You could just do a few less. If we can hold, we will exhale, twist. Inhale, unravel. Exhale, twist. Inhale, unravel. Squeeze your thigh butt connection point even here. Press the pubic bone a little further forward, so we're really trying to flatten out where the crease would be in our pants for our hips. Exhale, twist. Inhale, unravel. Last one, twist. Inhale, unravel, pause. Lift the hips higher, take a breath. Set them down. Wonderful job, friends. Now, hand can come to our hips. Belly button up and in. Take a big inhale. Exhale, twist. Lift up the toes. Set them down. It's kind of like that funky abdominal crunch to reach my right hip closer to the ground. Drop it down. I pull my navel in. I lift the hip and I lower as much as I can. I'm trying to keep my upper body still. Now I'm probably moving a little bit because I'm talking to you and I'm human. I'm not perfect either. But I really think about pulling the navel in, twisting, lowering down. Last one, twist, pause. Belly button in, shoulders broad. You could take the hand up to the sky. We didn't do it on the other side, but that's okay. Either way, we're going to rotate the leg open and close. Now we might notice one side has more or less range of motion. That's okay. No big deal. Maybe it's enough just to stay there and continue to engage your tummy muscles. That's great too. Exhale, open and close. 2 more, open and close. Last one, open. Take a big breath. Set it on the ground, or set the knees together, set the feet on the ground. Let that go. Let's lie on our tummy. Just for a final little stretch. Hands by your sides. Reach your feet nice and far away. Push your pubic bone down and hug the elbows together. Now, before we go anywhere, pretend like you're standing up tall on your mat. You'd be reaching your head to the sky or pulling your ears away from your shoulders. Have that feeling here, and then begin to engage your low body. Press down into your feet. Turn on your legs so much your kneecaps maybe move away from the ground. Press down into your pubic bone and pull the navel in. Take a nice big inhale, big breath out. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heart and chest up, and hug the elbows together. Full big breath. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, tiny little baby cobra. Think about pushing the back of your head up to the sky, not the top of the head. We often crane our neck when we start to look up. So I'm still looking down at my mat. I am just using my back body muscles to help lift my chest, my head up and away. Drop it down. Again, roll the shoulders, lift, hug the elbows together, belly button in. Drop it down. One more time, little up, pause. Hug the elbows, push the pubic bone down. If it's too much, you set everything down. Soften the shoulders down the back. Maybe lift up just a hint higher. Take a big inhale. A little twist to the right. Inhale, look forward. A little twist to the left. Look forward. Push up just a little higher. Take a big breath. Lower all the way down to the ground. Hands in front of you. Bend the knees and a windshield wiper right here. Slowly push back to a child's pose, knees together or apart, whatever feels good for you. This can be as active or passive as you'd like it to be. Full big breath. Easy sigh out. Roll yourself up to a nice seated position. Take a moment, shoulders back, head high, checking in with the body. And friends, as always, give yourself a pat on the back. Thank yourself for doing something so good and just for you. Thank you so much for joining me for our Pilates class. I hope you enjoyed it, and I certainly cannot wait to see you again. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. Remember, you can find more lovely classes just like this by downloading our Yoga Plus app.
Welcome to Yoga Plus. Courses available from pupil to yogi. Sort by yoga, fitness, and instructors. Create your own routines. Access the pose library. Yoga Plus by Psyche Truth, available on Google Play and the App Store.
Join us for 14 and 30-day programs, hour-long classes, and much more on our yoga app, Yoga Plus by Psyche Truth. It's free to download and features a variety of wellness content, including yoga, fitness, Pilates, guided meditations, and interviews with dozens of wellness experts.